Good afternoon, students. Now we'll see about what is factor cost and market price. Before we starting about factor cost and market price, I would like to tell you what is the meaning of cost and price. Now let me give an example starting with cost. Now the first example is, let me suppose that I have a bakery and I have 2 employees with me. Now what I do is, I purchase flour, okay, and then after that I prepare bread. Now what are some of the things I require is, I require a microwave oven, 2 employees, and then my bakery. What is happening is that I convert the flour into a bread. That's all. Now what do is, I convert the flour into a bread using these 2 employees. That's all. Now let us suppose that I have put around 100 rupees of flour and then I made around 10 breads. Now what is some of the things I have to look is that the factor cost is the cost of production in between the bakery and my bread is ready. Now what I have to do is, I have to take this bread, pack it, put a label on it and then transport it and then send it. Okay? Now what I have to see is, I have invested 100 rupees and I have made 10 bread. Now what is the cost of thing? 10 rupees per bread. So that is the factor cost. Now factor cost does not include anything. It includes only the land or the bakery which I have, my 2 employees, the machinery, the electricity. That's all. That is the factory cost. So I have invested 100 rupees and I have manufactured 10 breads at rupees 10. 10 rupees is my cost of production. Now market price is, now I have to pack it, transport it, I have to pay tax for that, and then I have to sell it in the market. So what I do is, keeping the factor cost in mind, I have to fix a price. So what I will do is that I will fix 20 rupees. So the price of my bread is 20 rupees and the cost of my bread is 10 rupees. So what is the other 10 rupees? My transportation cost, my salary to the employees, my rent for the bakery, electricity, tax, etc. So at last, when the consumer buys the bread for 20 rupees, so it includes both the factor cost as well as the market price. Now let me come to the factor cost and market price difference. Now the factor cost is production process, which is the factor of production such as land, labor, capital. So what is the production process? The factor of production. What are some of the factors of production? My land, labor, capital. Second point is, using the factors of production, producers incur a cost of goods and services, later prices as only the goods and service which have done in the factor cost. Next is, it is the cost of production. Factor cost is nothing but cost of production. That means what? I convert the flour into a bread. That's all. Next is, it includes rent of machines, building, salaries, etc. Here, there are no taxes. From now on, I have to pay taxes once I take my bread outside and sell it in the market. Now, what is market price? Once goods are produced, as soon as I manufacture, I have to sell it in the market. So what do I do is, they are sold in the market at market price. How should I sell it? Not at the factor cost, but at the market price. Market price is the price the consumers pay for the product. They have to pay for the product when purchasing. Next point is, taxes are charged and subsidies are reduced. Okay, here at this particular market price, taxes are charged. Next is, double counting is not calculated. Again, I told you in the previous class what is double counting. Okay, so I will not repeat it again. So double counting is not calculated. I will just look only at the final product of the basic product which I buy. Next is, market price is equal to factor cost plus indirect tax, or factor cost is equal to market price minus indirect tax. Okay, I think now you understood what is factor cost and market price. Again, I'll tell you what is factor cost. The factor cost is, I buy flour, convert it into bread and keep it ready. That's all. And then market price is, I have to add extra money. I told you the previous example, I put 100 rupees and manufactured 10 bread at 10 rupees each. Now I have to, since I have to sell it at a higher price, so I have to fix everything. Direct tax, transportation cost, my profit and my packing. Okay. Okay, students. The next topic is importance of national income analysis. What is the need for national income analysis? In that, the main thing is that by analyzing the national income, we can know the economic of a country, and then it is regarded as accounts of the economy. It is regarded as what? Accounts of the country's economy policies. In that, the first point is to know the importance of various sectors like private, public, multinational companies, small businesses, etc., and contribution towards, what is their contribution towards the national income, how to calculate the national income, and how income is reduced. Again I come to know the importance of various sectors like public, private, multinational companies, small business, etc., and how these people contribute to our national income, how this national income is calculated, and how income is produced. That is the first one. The second point is to formulate the national policies such as monetary policy and fiscal policy. Now, what is monetary policy? Monetary policy is nothing but this is the policy laid down by the central bank management of money supply. So the central bank management will have to deal with how these policies are being made towards the government of a country. It is made towards the government of a country. For example, inflation, that means rise in the price, how much of consumption is being taken place, what is the growth of the economy, etc. Fiscal policy is during the inflation period or something like that, what the government does is that how well they can adjust with the interest rates of the companies. Okay, how well they can reduce the interest rates towards the companies. So if proper measures can bring the economy to the proper point. That means to say that if proper measures are taken, then we can bring the economy at the right level. The third point is for planning and plan progress, the data of country's gross income output saving should be available. In order to maintain that policies properly, all the data of the country's gross income, not the final income, the gross income, output and saving should be available. Next is to build economic models, something like long run and short run businesses. So what is short run businesses? A business which is done for a very short period. That means to say, I can give an example like mango business. Now mango business cannot be run throughout the year. Maybe now it has been done. Maybe some people take mango business as a short run business. And this particular business is done only during the period of February, March, April, May. That's it. They buy the mangoes from the godowns or from the wholesale market and sell it in the retail. Next is to know the country's per capita income so that we can know the economic welfare of the country. If we know the proper per capita income, that means the individual the income produced by a person, then we can know the the welfare of a country.